I'm going to link this article in the description so you know this trail. We back. It's the Boxing Link More. It's your boy CJ Goodfella. And it actually sounds like Adrien Broner has made the proper adjustments in his career to have a fabulous fight versus Jessie Vargas. Fight week is coming up. I hope y'all looking forward to the prediction and breakdown, because I just realized as I was talking and I had to do it tomorrow. So I had been planning on it, but I'll get to it today. I'll squeeze in some footage and some film before, in between the NBA games. I've been watching the playoffs. Been looking real good, real hype. But Broner said some things in this article that I wanted to point out and make a video about. One thing that stood out to me, first was, he said at the end of the article, last two paragraphs is the most important paragraphs, I believe, of this article that I took away from it, that Kevin Cunningham he cusses me out, we argue almost every day. That's good. A lot of people don't believe arguments and healthy debate is a key ingredient to a successful relationship on any level, friendship, working. I mean, if you're going to, bend over and be a yes man all the time, and that's the perception that Mike Stafford was, he's just a nice, kind individual, he ain't going to tell AB when to get back in line, it ain't going to work. And I believe with Kevin Cunningham, and I seen on the 25-8 television show that Adrien Broner got, see if he dropped another episode, and I'll do a review today as well as the 2 live streams he got coming today, if all is well. But, I just look at it. Kevin Cunningham was putting him in his place, and on 25-8, he telling him what he doing wrong, what he need to do. He sounded technical in the little snippets that we getting. He might be what Broner needed, because he hard on Devin. He real hard on Devin. I think it ain't going to be no difference. Even Devin Alexander say this is what Adrien Broner need. And Kevin Cunningham is just not going to lay over and be a yes man. He going to get AB together. And I think that's the right disciplinarian to get them together. Big Hunter, he could be a disciplinarian, but, and Mike Stafford can be too. But, Kevin Cunningham is a my way or the highway type of guy. He ain't going to put up with Broner's shit. And we all know his reputation, in boxing. Those of us who know about boxing in St. Louis. And he was a former cop. So he don't take no shit, man. I think he's the perfect trainer for Broner. I remember somebody said, well, he was at the bar with Broner. Well, at the end of the day, he at the bar or he at the club with him, But when it's business, it's business. When it's pleasure, it's pleasure. And then Broner talked about, in the article, it's isolation, isolated training. He talked about Colorado Springs, with the difference between this camp and probably that camp in Colorado Springs. He told everybody to stay home. He said, I'm going to do this by myself. I'm going to go down to Florida, was it West Palm Beach, Florida, with Kevin Cunningham. I ain't taking no entourage with me. And I'm just going to work. I'm not going to be distracted. He says when other people have problems, I can fix them. But when I have problems, only 1 or 2 people that's there, and the only person that can fix my problems is me. So he's sounding real humble and real sensible in this article. And at this point, it's a make or break fight, and people said that for the Mikey Garcia fight as well. Him making the proper adjustments by not having nobody down with him. He tell ain't none of his boys down there with him. All them people that's at that private Kevin Cunningham gym is people that's in that camp, and Javante Tank Davis, which is in the camp as well. Devin Alexander ain't made an experience, or Vaughn ain't made an experience. It's just, Montana Love, the sparring partners, Tank, Broner, and everybody else, and Kevin Cunningham. And that's the adjustment that he need to make. He need to work. Don't worry about shit else. Cut that phone line off and work. And that's what it sounds like he doing. Was the Atlanta incident the nail in the coffin for him to get it right? I don't know. He had a lot of nails in the coffin. Just getting shot at. The sex tape he leaked, he getting sued for. The incident on the Las Vegas Strip that happened last year when he knocked the guy on the strip and said, fuck Nevada, I ain't going back to that state. It was a lot of flashpoints and breaking points at Adrien Broner, And am I tired of hearing the excuses that, I fixed it, or, or this and that? Yeah. I'm tired of hearing the shit. All that shit, people not coming to the camp. I mean, it is what it is. I like the adjustment. But the thing for me is that he got Kevin Cunningham. And like I said, the key statement I took away from that was the fact that he said, we argue every day, he cusses me out. That's what you need. You don't need Mike Stafford sitting there, yo, don't worry about AB, No, you need somebody that's raw and that's real, that's strict, That's going to tell you when you're doing wrong. And that can be technical with you. Now, on the technique side, it's yet to be seen with Kevin Cunningham and Adrien Broner. Can he get Broner's style together? Can he get Broner's feet together? Can he get him punching? and not being gunshot, because I believe Marcos Maidana made him gunshot. Can he get him on the right road to recovery, to salvage a junkyard car and get it back on the road and get it running and looking good? And that's the only thing that really gives me a glimmer of hope that Broner can win this fight. Is Kevin Cunningham, and if he brings some technique and some real food for thought for Broner, yeah, I fuck with it. Do I want to see this brother do good? Absolutely. I want to see this dude be the best fighter he can be. But winning 4 titles in 4 weight divisions blew his head up. He thought he was bigger than the sport. And then at the end of the day, these fighters not honest with themselves because y'all fans not honest with them. Only real division he was a champion that was 135. That's when he was the best fighter at 135. All them other divisions, that was yet to be seen. You know, his first title at 130 versus that Vincent guy, he was a bum. 135, I give it to him. He was the top guy. He beat the guy. You know, going to 147, Paulie wasn't the top guy. Keith Thurman would easily beat Paulie at the time. Going back down to 140, Khabib, yeah, he wasn't the guy. You know. But, you know, he pumped his head up, thought the imaginary world he was living in was reality. But it wasn't reality. And then you continue, you know, on what else he said, that if everybody, you know, respect my wishes and I don't want them in camp and they can see me after the fight, if they can't understand that, then they, you know, basically it ain't real love. You know, so basically he cutting everybody off of this camp. And if it works, it's something that he gonna fall into. And he knows in this article, he said if he loses this fight, his career is probably much in limbo. He's a journeyman. So all this being said, bro, I'm like Missouri. The Missouri state. You know what they say about Missouri? It's called the show me state. He got to show me. Would I be in shock and all if this guy goes out there and fucks Jessie Vargas up? Absolutely not. Nobody in this world would be shocked if he puts it together with Kevin Cunningham and he's focused. But like I said, just a few months ago, he grabbed a woman's private area in Atlanta, in the Lenox Mall. 5-6 months before that, he knocked the guy out on strip in Las Vegas. So, you know, he going to have to show the change. Like I said before, all those distractions in your life, Muhammad Ali like 1,000 women. Mike Tyson still had distractions. You know, he still went out there and performed some nights. Floyd had plenty of distractions every night. All the cases he caught in Las Vegas that people don't even remember, You know? So distractions ain't nothing. Many fighters and great athletes have been distracted. Before Jordan hit the game winner over Brian Russell to win the NBA championship, they said that nigga wasn't sick. Or in the flu game, that motherfucker was drunk. He had a hangover. So guys, you know, it's a distraction. People have distractions to make it through it. Maybe Broner's something different. Maybe his distractions are bigger than what we think they are. You know? But like I said, he got to show me. He got to show me that he can get this shit done. I hope the brother can. I like Vargas as well, and I like to see him get on track. But once this happens, if he beats Vargas, let's just say hypothetically in this video, will he jump back in between fights and keep doing the dumb shit that he was doing? My guess is yeah. Even if this seems to be the missing piece to the puzzle for him to mentally get right, and it fits in there, I'm scared this dude relapses and go crazy after the fight and do some dumb shit. You know, and maturity will show if he wins this fight. This will be the norm for him. Stay clean, stay out the headlines, stop drinking. Stop doing all the dumb shit he be doing. And live a clean lifestyle. He got like 4 or 5, 6 kids or some shit like that. Do it for your kids if you can do it for nobody else. You know, and at the end of the day, this gonna be one of the most sad cases in boxing. Hopefully not. Hopefully this guy can get it together. Let me know what y'all think. TBC and more. We gone.